Hello, Emmy. Welcome
Hey.
to another episode of Don Hollywood Show. Thank you for joining me.
So excited to be here. We have
Yeah.
so much to talk about.
Do they think that they know that Dancing with Emmy and Don Hollywood are on the same podcast right now?
I don't think they know.
They're about to find out.
They're literally about to find out right now.
Where
That's
where did this originate? And you posting this on your Snapchat story all the time of you. The reason you and I connect is because we're both very sarcastic in our humor. But
yes,
people online, if they don't truly know us, they think that you're some arrogant asshole who's like, does everybody in this bar know that I'm here right now?
literally. The amount of hate I've gotten from it is insane, but I think it's so funny. It's just a joke. But it all started, I think, when I hit like 5,000 followers on Instagram. And Elle was like, "Do you think they know Dancing with Emmy's in here right now?" And I was like, "Wait a second, this is good. This is really great." So I started posting it, and then obviously, like over the past couple of months, I've blown up on my Instagram, and now I just post it for fun because I know they're going to react with hate. Yeah,
And that's
that's
the point of the internet, and especially with social media monetizing now, you have to do things to get a reaction from people.
oh yeah,
And it's just
I can.
genuinely funny.
Yeah, it's funny. That's my humor. Like I love saying, "Do you think they know Dancing with Emmy's here right now?" I don't think they know. Yeah, I think it's funny.
I think it's hilarious too.
It's great. It's so great.
So, how long
Yeah.
have you been dancing, and when did what dance style did you originally start doing?
Okay. I have been a dancer since I was 4 years old. Um, Growing up, I really stuck to tap. That is my all-time favorite. But growing up, I did a lot of ballet, hip hop, jazz, contemporary, all of the above.
Yep.
And then when I finally reached my teen years, I knew that tap and ballet and hip hop were the top three that I would need.
Yep.
My original dream was to be on Broadway or as a dancer or one of the Rockettes in New
Yeah.
York. I
Nice.
still have that tiny little dream in the back of my head, but
Can you
obviously I,
sing too?
yes, I was a triple threat. I do not sing anymore.
What's
I
the third
refuse to
threat?
sing. Acting.
Oh, acting. Okay. Okay. Cool.
I was a musical theater kid.
Okay.
I will full
I'm
blown say
only a
that.
double. I'm only a double threat.
Can
I
you sing?
can't. Yeah. Well,
Oh, okay. I was
I,
like,
I like I like to joke
"Eh."
because when people bring up singing, I'm like, singing is the only gift God did not give me.
Oh no. I honestly, we might get a video of you singing this upcoming weekend. Who knows? Who
It's
knows?
not good. It's so bad. It's so bad. Maybe you can teach me how to sing.
Maybe if I have a couple drinks, possibly she might come out. Um, but yeah, always wanted to be on Broadway as a dancer.
Yeah.
Growing up, that was the thing that I focused on the most was dancing in high school and in college. And that's when I really like found myself. And then COVID hit. And obviously, COVID was a bad thing for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when that dream died. And
Were you
then,
you're still in California at this time?
yes, I was still in California living with my parents. And I was still going to school. And
Same.
I know.
No.
Um,
Weren't you only like 19, 20, or 18 at the
yeah,
time?
I was 19.
19. That's not life. I lived at home till I was 25.
Oh yeah, if I could move home and live with my parents, I 100% would.
It's so
Like
much cheaper.
I would so do it.
Yes.
Um, but yes, so then COVID happened and that little dream in me died because obviously a lot of Broadway performers weren't succeeding at the moment. They lost their jobs.
Mhm.
Um, so then I fell down a little loophole and kind of losing myself and stuff. And then my mom gave me the idea to find a new job in a new state and have an experience of growing up. Because I used to be very immature and didn't know how to do laundry or wash my own dishes. Kind of embarrassing. But I took that chance, and now living in Florida for the past 3 years has been the best time of my life.
Yeah.
So being honestly, when I started line dancing, it was out here when I moved out here.
That was the
So
first time you ever line dances when you went to Florida?
yep, three
In
years ago.
you walk in the barn or Cowboys?
I walked into Cowboys Orlando.
Okay, so walk me through the first time. Why did you go to the first time, and what like went through your mind the first time you see all these people line dancing?
Well, I when I moved here, I continuously called my mom every single day, begging her to bring me back. I did not want to be here.
Mm.
And that's when I met one of my friends, Tatum, and she was like, "Come on, let's go out. Like, we're going to a country bar. You ride horses. It might be great for you." So I decided to do that and decided to take that chance. And I walked into Cowboys Orlando, and I was like, "Ooh, like, what is this? This is kind of cool." But at the time, it wasn't what it is now. There weren't that many line dances. Everyone was doing the same one singular dance every single time to the
Was it tush
same.
push?
No, literally. And then I was
Was it,
like,
was
okay,
it legitimately tush push?
it was tush push. It was, oh God, I can't remember. It was like Cowboys Orlando classic line dances that nobody knows who created them.
I had the
Or
conversation with Lily, and she said in Charlotte they're still doing tush push 10 times a night.
literally, like we still do it to, I think it's S&M.
Yeah, we only do it twice a night now. So
Um, yeah,
S&M, listen, I love S&M though. Tush push can be, but of course the version we do through
yeah,
S&M is just slightly varied.
yeah.
So
Uh,
yeah, I want to touch on that how it's different, but continue your story and then we'll transition
yeah,
to hearing how
yeah.
you do things.
So then I started researching line dances, and that's kind of when TikTok came out.
Mm,
And obviously, I started learning more and YouTubing line dances and then bringing them to Cowboys when I remember when it was literally me and another girl on that dance floor. And then that's kind of where my career started. And I started posting and all that.
the next thing you know,
Yeah.
you're like mega famous, and everybody's like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
dancing with Emy is my
I'm like,
favorite."
oh, why? Why am I
Just like search
famous?
line dancing, and then DonHollywood doing shivers just popped up on your for you.
Yeah, Shiver's King.
Oh Lord. Yeah, I said that as a joke. Like I just thought it was hilarious. And
That's
it really like took off.
hmm
And it was nuts because I went down to Gainesville and the DJ there was like, "Yeah, the Shivers King's house." And I'm like, holy shit. Like
What the heck is happening?
it was nuts. It's so crazy. Um, but how has line dancing changed, do you think, over the last several years? I think TikTok's had a huge influence on it, but what about you?
Yeah, definitely. TikTok is one of the biggest social medias that has influenced the line dancing community. Do I wish it was back to the good old days? Yes. Because now everything's a competition and you're competing with the best dancer, and there's just a whole lot of drama that I'm not involved in
Yeah.
that side of the community. Do I love all the friends I've made throughout it? Yes. And like the dancing has gotten way better. Like there are some harder, intense line dances that I love to do because that little girl in me is so happy to do harder things. But definitely TikTok has helped the community grow and people getting names and stuff and meetups. Like it's all really cool, and it sometimes makes me cry. Like what my life is now. Like I'm so thankful and so excited for new things and new people to meet all the time. Yeah. I think it's
Uh,
great.
yeah, there's definitely more pros to it than cons. I think it's also interesting that we line dance to a lot less country music now.
Yes.
It was probably, I would say 70%, 80% maybe country music when I first started, and mainly just a lot of like grapevines and, shuffle steps, everything. But now there's a little bit more of a hip hop element to it.
Oh yeah.
Um, I don't know why is Pitbull so popular? Because I feel like we're line dancing too much, and I love Pitbull. Saw him in
Oh yeah,
concert, it
don't get
was
me wrong.
fun, but we line danced to legitimately Pitbull probably 10 to 12 times a night.
Yep.
And
It
if he
does
comes,
it makes me really sad sometimes that like we don't do more country line dances, but honestly, like there's not any upbeat. This is just my opinion.
yeah,
There's not any upbeat country music out there right now.
a lot of them are all cha-chas too, which there's
Yes,
only you can either do a great line or a shuffle step to it for the
exactly.
most part.
I rather swing dance to country
Yep.
music
Yep.
than what we have now.
For sure. But it's also interesting because country music is still transitioning.
Mm.
Because a lot of this country music now is not necessarily country music, but like true classic country music. Yeah, there's like we're not line dancing out there to Luke Combs.
No, Kojo.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
oh, well, one Honky Tonk Hardwood Floors is the only one that we do, but I mean that's a two-step. I mean you have to do a legit like it has to be a song that you can two-step to, but so many country music, like I said, is just songs that you would do a cha-cha to, and it's hard to create a fun line dance to a cha-cha country song.
Yeah, it definitely is really hard, but I am grateful because of the type of dancer I am and like growing up with hip hop,
Yep.
uh, that I do have that opportunity to play around with music like that and really just like let myself go and let that dancer go in me,
Yep.
uh, with more hip hop songs like Pitbull or anything like that, which I
I
do like.
love I love the new one, the Michael Jackson's
Uh,
PYT.
PYG. Thank
Class.
you, Jeff, for that line dance.
It's just I like it because it's different than what you know
Yeah.
typically. Because like when I saw the dance, I was like, oh, like this is different, and I like it because I mean it's line dancing, which is fun. Obviously, we love it, but a lot of it is just the same stuff, and there was a lot of new elements to that dance, which I thought was really cool and creative.
Oh yeah. Like this is also just my opinion, but everyone coming out with line dances recently or in the past, it's all the same dance. It's all the same moves, just thrown in different areas of the dance.
It's
And that,
slowed down a lot over the last. I mean, when TikTok first happened, everybody was coming out with a line dance.
yeah, I have not. And I might or might not in the future. Who knows? I don't know. I'm
Are
thinking
you?
about it. I know me and Paige have made an announcement in the past, but that's top secret. We
Ooh,
can definitely talk about it whenever she's here.
okay.
Um, so yeah, that might be really exciting because everyone constantly asks me, like, when are you coming out with your line dance? Like, are you coming out with one? I would so do it. And I'm like, zip it, lock it, put it in my pocket. Yeah.
Is it gonna be to a new song or a older one, a classic?
Um, I can admit that I do have an album in my Apple Music of various line dance songs I could do. It could be country, it could be hip hop. Who knows? Could be
Mhm.
really old hip hop. I don't know.
How exciting! I think we
Yeah.
need to bring '80s dance music back.
Hmm.
Start doing some line dancing to that.
I can completely agree with that.
Like, have you heard "Oh Sheila"?
I don't think I have.
Oh, oh Sheila.
Is this
It's a
singing?
classic '80s song, dance song. It's so much fun. See, you heard me sing
Yeah, I
this now? Not good.
yeah, I definitely want to explore more of like 80s, 70s music,
Mhm.
possibly for a line dance.
It would be fun. I think '80s dance music is the move, in my opinion.
Yeah. Hmm.
So when
Yeah.
you start going out there now, are y'all doing a lot of country swing at Cowboys Orlando, or guys coming up and asking you to dance?
Well, I no longer go to Cowboys Orlando. I
Okay.
haven't been here in 6 months.
Uh, do tell.
Yes. I have not been there because the management at that location is absolutely horrible.
Hmm.
They around 6 months ago, they started wanting the bar to be more of a drinking bar than a line dancing bar.
Hmm.
So they would constantly fight against us dancers who wanted to do a steel circle for a birthday. and completely saying no to us. But they do allow that one line dance that everyone's sitting on the ground and fishing with each other. I don't know what it's called, but they allow that, but not a steel circle. So I was like, you know what? The drinks are very expensive. The music is horrible. The DJ sucks. And management is horrible. Why do I go to this bar? So I just religiously stopped going there. And then I've been attending the barn for quite a while. I'm not too sure how much longer I will attend that bar. Um, there is some tea boiling that I'm not too happy with, especially being gone for the past 2 months and walking into that bar to a surprise, and everything thrown in my face for no reason, no explanation. And clearly I'm not really welcome there, or neither is my team. So, but there is,
balance, was there drama between the bar and balance?
oh no, there was no drama. There was no drama on our side.
Hmm.
I'm not too sure what happened, but our flag was taken down
Ooh.
and handed to me with no reasoning. No idea. But there is a brand new bar opening in September that we got asked to teach at, called PBR Orlando.
Ooh.
And I'm very excited because it's nearby me. I don't have to trek 45 minutes.
Have you been to PBR before?
I have not. I have
So they're a
not.
lot of
I've heard
fun. The two I've been to and some other ones I've seen, the only issue with them is that the line dance, the floor is just so small. The ones I've seen, I don't know if this one will be different.
yeah, hopefully. Crossing my fingers because I've seen pictures of PBR Miami and I know
Yep.
it is very successful.
Yep. It's a
So
fun bar. Like they have a lot of fun there.
yeah, I'm very excited because right now the bar we do attend is Full Moon. That's where we teach at. We're very welcome there. The staff is amazing. The bartenders are amazing. The owner, Dorothy, she's absolutely phenomenal. And we're allowed to play anything we want there. We are allowed to dance for however long we want. Our classes
And
are super fun.
you're taking us there next week on Saturday? Okay.
On Friday night.
Friday night we're going there and then the bar on Saturday. Okay, cool. That'd be fun. Um, yeah, so some of these bars we've gone to, like the Bull, in Tampa. I mean, it's packed. Everybody seems like they're having a good time. And also Cadillac Ranch in Fayetteville, all they play is country music. Like the ownership just refuses to play. Like I think Ed Sheeran, Shivers, and Church Clap are like the only two songs that these bars will play that are
Literally.
outside of country music. What are your thoughts on that?
So I've constantly had this argument with one of the bars I did attend. But the DJ would constantly argue with me because I would bring in, like, I'm guilty of bringing in new line dances from California
Yeah.
and hip hop songs and stuff like that. But it's also, I want my bars to proceed in the line dancing world and not get stuck on the same dances like Copperhead Road every single night. Like, I'd rather have the bar collectively grow as dancers and challenge themselves.
Yeah.
And it's a very cool moment having that floor to yourself, presenting a dance to everyone, and everyone's like, oh my God, I need to learn that.
Yeah.
And then the next week you walk in and everyone knows it. So I can fully say that I have brought every hit line dance to this specific bar. And I got into an argument with the DJ because he was like, if I keep playing your music, I gotta remove an older song. And I was just like, well, every song I've brought here has succeeded and everyone loves the stuff I bring. So why is it such a problem?
Well, you have to transition that, right? Like you can't do it all at
Yeah.
once, but
No, no, no,
you have to bring in my opinion, two new dances a month, and let those run for a couple months. And once people get those down, you can keep those if people are really grasping to them. Then you keep those, and then you can rotate a couple more. Because with TikTok, there was a phase at our bar where there were people bringing, you know, probably 4 to 5 new songs a week that they were learning off of TikTok. And it's just them out there dancing for an entire hour. And it's just like, I love people bringing new dances to the bar. It's awesome because, before that, like you said, you're doing Copperhead Road and Church Clap and Footloose every single week at the same time, every single week for years, and it's just like, okay, I want to bring new stuff. But if I can't, it's gonna take me, and I know some people like you, y'all love to practice at home during the week leading up to it, and that's great. People are passionate about it, but most people just show up at the bar and learn. I'm one of those people. Occasionally, if it's a song that I really love, like PYT, I practice that at home, but that's very rare, or it's all the time. So when I get to the bar, I need 2, 3 weeks of doing it to mostly get
Yeah.
it down. And I just think that's how most people are. So you have to slowly transition those. But to your point, I think you have to constantly bring in new music, otherwise it just gets stale.
Exactly. No, I completely agree with you. Like I would typically bring like one new line dance every 2 months.
Yeah.
But then it started becoming like a constant argument, and I just sat there like, you know what? I brought Scream, I brought PYT, I brought all these line dances that you guys would have never known about
Yeah.
unless I brought them here.
Mhm.
And now you want to argue with me saying that you're not going to play any music that I suggest. And then you play it at the end of the night when I'm already gone.
Yeah.
So what is
Well,
the point of arguing? Like it
well,
doesn't really make any sense.
well, that's the interesting part. Like at our bar, you have the older crowd that comes in at like 5, 6 o'clock and they dance for four or
Yeah.
5 hours, but they leave at 9:30, 10 at the latest, right? And I'm telling you, these old people, they love their country music and they just want to go out there and shuffle. And God bless them, go out there and dance. But you can still play that new music for the younger crowd later on the night at like 10 to 12 when most
Yeah.
people are there. So I don't know. You have to, it is a tough job because you have to try and appease everybody and you really can't. But you have to bring in new stuff. Absolutely.
Exactly. And like the bar specifically, the one that I'm talking about is the barn. And just another reason why I don't see me attending it in the near future is because I've done so much work to bring in so many people to this bar and convince people from Cowboys Orlando to attend a bar where it's not crowded, where there's not drunk people on the dance floor, where there's no drinks allowed on the dance floor. And now it's gotten to the point where it is like Cowboys that I
Mhm.
don't even want to go out on the weekends because I'd rather be at home laying in my bed watching TV than bumping into millions of people and not getting to dance to songs that I like because they want to bring back, I don't know, church clock. Just
I
not
think
my cup of tea.
I just think you're just getting old.
No, I'm turning 23 next week. Please, I'm not that old.
Oh my goodness. It was so funny because I never went out. And then when I first started going to honky tonk, I would, closing the bar down every single week. And I was like 27, 28 at the time. And like now I'm 32 and I look at Emily and thank God she's the same way as me. But it's like 10:30. I'm like, how much longer will you want to stay? Like we've already been here for an hour and a half. So
That's like
she's like,
my
but we'll
poor
stay till like
boy.
11, 11:15. And we're like, all right, cool. And then like Cupid Shuffle or something cool. We're like, see y'all later.
Yeah, no, my poor boyfriend, he's never been to a honky tonk. He's never been out like that. And he's
I
like,
didn't even know you had a boyfriend.
"Yeah,
Oh, who's the new man?
I posted him on Instagram today. So you definitely have to go look.
What's it count? Dancing
It's
with Emmy or just Emmy?
my regular account.
Emmy Bama Jama Lamb.
But we met at work. He is something new
Oh, yes.
to
I did see this. I didn't know this was the new boy. Okay.
yes,
Al
yes. So I
Alex Mendoza. All right.
um yes, but he's definitely different from my typical like of men and my typical choice. Because all the
Let's
men in
talk about that. Let's talk about that. Do
yeah,
tell what
yes,
was your type? And because as a dancer, it is tough to go out if you're dating somebody who's not a dancer.
yes. I've dated plenty of men who were not in the dance community and one that was in the dance community. Let me tell you, hell on earth. I don't recommend. This is just my advice. Nobody has
Dating a
to listen.
dancer, you don't recommend. Okay.
I have never been so happy in my life with the man I'm with right now.
Hmm.
Because as some people may know, I do keep my relationships like very private, or like what's kind of going on the inside very private. And I typically make the outside look very happy, especially when things go wrong. Um, my most recent ex, tea time. My most recent ex was a part of the dance community, and we dated twice. First time around, he he definitely had an ego because we were on two opposing teams. Um, his team, I'm not gonna name drop, but they're literally psychotic, my opinion.
You have your
And
phone by you?
I do have my phone by me.
Text me the name of the team because I don't even know what team.
Oh, you know the team.
I
You
okay. I don't know which team he was on, but I'm maybe I do know the team because if it is who I think it is, then
da, 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 da. Emily definitely knows this team.
oh yes. Now talking back to me. Yes.
Oh, that was so, yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, yeah. So there was definitely a big ego check, and I got asked to leave my team about 9 times by his team leader, and every single time I said, "Nope, no, I'm sorry. I'm a part of Balance. I'm only going to be a part of Balance, and if I were to ever leave, I would never be a part of a team ever again."
You don't want to wear
Um,
the.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Um, so then the relationship ended very badly.
Mhm.
He treated me like absolute garbage. And then a couple months down the line in October of last year, he texted me this long paragraph, and he realized that he messed up and he wanted a second chance. And I don't do second chances anymore. Um, but I'm a
You were out
very,
the first time. There's a reason why.
yeah, yeah, I learned my lesson. But he was my first love, and I have always been the type of person to be like, keep going back till you hate them, because I don't give up on love, and I've never been the type to give up.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what they do, but the
Yeah,
problem is a lot of those times those people they promise you the world and you want to believe the best in people, and then it just takes you, especially when you're young, like 3, 4 times of somebody like constantly doing the thing that they tell you that they weren't going to do, and you're like, okay,
yeah.
you keep saying this, but you keep doing it.
You
Why?
keep doing it over and over again. Like, are you stupid? So then I was dumb enough to go back,
Hmm.
because I thought that, if you let something go and it comes back to you, it's meant to be. Let me tell you, it was not meant to be. Mark my words. Yeah, so it was great during the first like couple of weeks. I was like, oh my God, he's changed. He's giving me everything I've ever wanted. This man was buying me gifts left and right. Not that I need anything, because I can take care of myself on my own. But I was like, wow, is this how to be treated correctly? Oh my God. That all went to shit. Because let me tell you, you give them that 3-month rule and you figure out he's gonna do it again. He cheated on me with his now ex-girlfriend, and you can tell me, should I save the tea of that now ex-girlfriend for when it's me, you, Paige, and M, or should I spill it right now?
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about more relationship stuff, I think, when we do it in person. And
Okay, okay. Yes.
I think that'll be a good topic of conversation.
Yes. But yeah, he cheated on me with that girl. And I kind of got to a breaking point, like, oh my God, like you are the same person. I want nothing to do with you. And obviously at that point I hated him.
Yeah.
And he made the dance community very shit for me. He would constantly talk to people in that community, and especially at the bars, and like show up with a brand new girl just to piss me off. And that's
Well,
something
that and
like,
people pick sides
oh,
because when you go to a club, and I talked about this with the last episode with Lily, is that a lot of people, they want that sense of community and they don't want to rock the boat and they just want to be accepted. So they just choose sides because they just want to go out on the weekends and have that community. And it's really nothing personal against you, but if the people that they want to be surrounded with because they think it gives them status or whatever, they're just going to rock with them and they're just going to hate you just because so and so said to, even though they have no real reason to dislike you.
thankfully this man had no friends, because all of my friends were his friends. And the second I said, you know what, I'm done, you are blocked, you are out of my life, I made his life a living hell.
Yeah.
So
So you
he,
think dancers shouldn't date dancers?
oh no, because if you break up and it ends on bad terms, it is your worst living hell at
Yeah.
that bar.
Yeah.
And people talk and people are not nice and they will try to put you down. And I have learned that while being on social media. I do have my hard days where I can't take it anymore and I just want to delete my accounts. Um, because I don't really care that much about social media. It doesn't define me. I have social media because I want people to learn and grow from what I do, or see a move and be like, oh my God, I want to do that. But social media is very toxic too in the community, and especially when you're going through a breakup, like them constantly posting things about you, which is a lie, can really hurt your reputation or hurt like your image when that's not you.
You're just immature too. Like you go through a
Oh
breakup, you know. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't, no real
And that's
reason.
why I never share anything personal on my Instagram or my TikTok, because I never want to put so much negativity out there that it
Mhm.
can smack me in the butt, or um I just don't want karma in my
Yeah.
life. Like, yes, I do tell people like, don't mess with me, you're gonna get it back to you, but also it's like, I don't know, just not having karma or not having something hit you back when
Yeah.
you've been such like a horrible person, which karma on their side has been working its magic. That's all I can say. Karma is the B word.
I just think it's just tough because in my experience, every girl that I dated that wasn't a dancer, they didn't get the culture. They would
Right.
one only want to go out maybe once a week. And then if somebody come up and asks you to dance, or if like, a girl texts me like it's just because they wanted someone to dance with for the night, they just would text me and just be like, "Hey, you going out dancing tonight?" And then they're like, "Why does she care? Why does she want to see?" And I'm just like, "Okay, but like we just like to dance a couple times, and then it just is what it is." And I thought that I needed somebody who just would go out with me and dance with me some. But then I personally just found of like, oh no, I need somebody who like understands the culture and isn't going to be bothered by, you
Uh-huh.
know, one, wanting to go out, and two, just like it's just normal for somebody to come up and ask you to dance. It doesn't mean that they're trying to sleep with you.
Exactly. Which, like, being with my new man, I have explained it to him like, this is what I do for partial living, and it's also something that I love to do. And if you were to come up and tell me like you wanted to go do something, like, I'm not a controlling person at all. I refuse to control anyone, because you know what, I don't want to be controlled. And I would never take something away that they love.
Yeah.
And he completely understands. He's always like, go have fun. Like, I know you're coming home to me at the end of the night. There's nothing I worry about. You're constantly with your friends, even if they're guy friends. Like, he has girlfriends
Yeah.
that I work with. So, like, I don't mind. He doesn't care. He knows it's something I love. So, that's definitely something new for me, because every guy I've been with has been the jealous type of
Yeah.
like, oh, he wants you, you need to stop being friends with him, and it's so frustrating. So it feels so nice finally having someone who doesn't mind that, who respects what I love, what I do, and understands that like I do have to run my social media. Sometimes I make things look like it's not what they are, but
But
people
it's
like
for
to make things
entertainment value, you know, it's like, and
that.
Emily and I said that where, you know, you see people, obviously I'm not kissing girls and you're not kissing boys in videos for, you know, money on TikTok, but it is no different than acting. The majority of people don't really take social media as an entertainment app. They look at it as everything is stone cold truth. And
Oh yeah.
social media is just a reality-based version of our lives. Like, yes, we do go out there and dance and have fun, but sometimes we drum things up for the camera. And yes, we do have fun. It's not like we just go out there and just go, okay, I'm shaking, I'm having fun. And then when the camera comes on, we're like, "Hey, we're having fun." We do both, but you know, am I that way all night long? No, but turn the camera on, 100%, I'm gonna be smiling and having fun. Or, you know, will I take a video of me, you know, dipping a girl or something like that just because I know people online are gonna be mad?
Oh
Sure.
yeah. You
Brings
think I'm
in,
dating every single man I post? They're like, oh my god, she has a new boyfriend. Maybe I do.
yeah,
I don't know.
let
Maybe
them
I'm
win.
dating everyone in the dance community. Let them talk. And that's something I've definitely learned with the help of you and Emily. Like, you guys have been my mentors and have helped me not fall into depression in the line dancing world or even social media.
Yeah.
That
I
at the end of the day,
remember, yeah, that was our first phone conversation. Yeah, I remember you reached out to me. We talked for like an hour that one time because you just wanted my opinion on that stuff,
like a
and we
bit,
talked about it. Yeah.
yeah.
Was that so? Why did we talk the first time? Did I message you? You messaged me, or what? Do you remember?
I remember meeting you guys at Shoreline.
That was the first time we met, but didn't we talk on the phone before then?
I do remember having a call before Shoreline. I don't remember
Okay.
what it was.
Yeah.
I think it had something to do because, like, when I met you, I only had 2,000 followers on TikTok. So I think I was like, why am I not gaining anything?
Yeah.
Um, maybe that? I don't know. I
Why
couldn't
do you
tell
feel
you.
like why do you feel like you did gain followers, and what did you take from, you know, our conversation?
Um, Definitely, like, I've always listened to like what you and Emily say because genuinely, like, you guys are my biggest like influence in my life.
Yeah.
But you guys have taught me, like, especially with the popcorn video. For those of you that still call me popcorn girl, I'm coming after you. But your biggest advice was like, you need to be able to upload a video where it does create emotions.
Mhm.
And that's kind of what you and Emily constantly talk about
Yeah.
when helping people out with their social media is like, you need to cause anger, or people need to fantasize you, or people need to be in love with you, or people need to absolutely hate your guts
Yeah.
and want you dead in order to gain attraction. And clearly, that video is sitting at 5.5 million views, and there are a lot of hate comments. There are a lot of like, I want to sleep with you comments, and I'm just sitting there like, you guys are weird. You guys are
Well,
really
when you
weird.
have fun like that video, you know, people are gonna look at it, and obviously you're beautiful girls. People are gonna look, guys are gonna be like, "Oh, she's really pretty. I'm interested in her, and she's having fun." And I think having fun is the most infectious thing. No matter what you look like, having fun and smiling can be the most attractive quality about anybody, right? And that'll automatically want to make people be your friend, and be interested in you. But then at the same time, there, as we see on the internet, there's a lot of angry people. So when they see
Oh,
this video, it makes them angry, even more angry, because they're not having fun with their lives. And they see you, wow, I can't believe this beautiful girl out there is, you know, out there having fun. And I, you know, she should be miserable like me. So I'm gonna tear her down on, you know, a couple notches. And they write that. But then the people who do see what you're doing for what it is, just a normal young girl out there having fun, they're gonna see these comments and they're gonna be like, she's just out there having fun, enjoying her life. Why are you so angry? And then they have this back and forth, and then it
yeah.
creates a stronger bond of like, no, she needs to be torn down, and no, she's just a young girl having fun. Relax.
Yeah. I have my like little army of people that are like, no, we love her.
Mhm.
And that's also something that I am so grateful and thankful for. And I know sometimes when I'm in the bar setting, I do come off very overstimulated and kind of angry at the world, but I promise you I'm not like that. Like a lot of people tend to look at me online and be like, "Oh, she's like rude, she's mean, like she's not very like friendly." I'm just a shy, like I'm a very bubbly person, but if I don't know someone and I'm in a very uncomfortable setting, let's say my ex walks into the bar. Obviously, like my mood is like I want to go home. I don't want to be here right now. But then I have those fans that do come up and they're like, "Oh my god, you're Emmy. Like I've been following you since the start. I've always wanted to meet you."
So they do
I
know the dancing with Emmys in the bar.
They do know. And it's really crazy because this typically happens after I post on my Snapchat or Instagram about me being in the bar. And then I'll get like 5 or 10 people running up to me, like, "Oh my God, you're dancing with Emmy." And I'm just like, "Hey, hey guys, nice to meet you." But I'm very thankful that like I do have that opportunity to influence so many people or like have people walk up to me at a bar and know who I am. It's such like a cool feeling, and that's kind of what I'm doing with my team right now. Is I want everyone to have that opportunity because without balance, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I would not have a name for myself. I would not have that drive to post on social media or become someone, and that's what I want to give back to everyone on the team and have them have those experiences like getting sponsored or being able to teach a class and have everyone so excited because you walked into the door.
Yeah.
It's just like a crazy feeling. I love it. I love my life.
Well, you have
It's
to
so cool.
surround yourself with people who are like-minded and encourage you to be the best version of yourself.
Yes, exactly. And that's why like I do tend to keep my group very tiny, because especially moving out here, like I had to figure out who my friends are, and I still have the same 4 people in my little circle out here at the bars because
Fourth
I
grade.
yeah, and I mean I have trust issues when it comes to friends. Like a lot of people love talking behind others' backs, and I don't think it's fun or friendly at all, especially when you claim to be best friends with someone. Um,
I
and that
think,
is why I stay out of it.
well, I think a lot of that just, being around this for 5 years now and going through everything that you're going through, which it's completely normal and people are people and culture is never going to change. Um, but I think a lot of it, what I found just goes back to what I said earlier of people just want that sense of community. And there are things like you see it all the time with, especially in the line dance community, is that at these bars, there's a circle of friends and they know these dances and they like to hang out and get together and throw parties and everything. Well, I used to go to all that. And then, like you said, there's all this drama and so, slept with this person or so and so stopped being friends. So then these two people all pick sides. Well, I think she was right and I think he was wrong. And then they just bicker. And I'm just like, okay, I started coming here every weekend for a couple of reasons. It was fun. I got to get out and move and do cardio. My heart is healthy because of it. My mind is stimulated because I'm constantly learning new dances. Work was tough enough. I just wanted to smile and just dance and let loose and have a couple drinks and just have a good time. I don't care about who did X, Y, and Z. And I think everybody, they just want that sense of community, and it just always boils down to what can this person do for me? And then as I separated from that, I felt like less people came up and wanted to talk to me and be my friend because I'm not throwing parties. I'm not going to all these events and stuff. So it's like they have nothing against me, but it's just I can't offer them what they're looking for because they're looking for that sense of community because this is new to them. Maybe they didn't. I mean, for me, I didn't. I played golf all the time. I didn't have any sort of community. I didn't see a lot of people. I would go to work. I would go to the gym, and then I started dancing. And it's like, oh, there's like a lot of people like they want to talk to me and they come up to me and they're like, "How was your week?" or "What's going on?" And you're like, "Holy cool! This is so much fun! Like I've never had this before." But then it just leads to a lot of drama,
a
like you
lot
said.
of It's a
Say what now?
lot of
Yeah.
It's a lot of clout chasing. Like they just want to be friends with you because you are famous on TikTok. They want to be in your videos so they can be famous one day. And that's something that is so frustrating, especially when people don't ask for permission to record, or I'm not close with that person and it's like some random person just filming and making sure that I'm in that video. It I don't know, it's kind of like disgusting. Like it makes me nauseous just like thinking about it. Like why would you want to do that? Why would you want to make me feel so uncomfortable?
Yeah. Yeah. I've gone through a lot of thinking on that. Because everybody and their mother says growing up, I want to be famous and I want to be, whatever. And when it first happened to me, it was so unbelievably cool because, and I know you experienced this, is when you walk into a bar, people who have never met you, they come up to you, oh my God, that video you just posted, I love watching you do that dance. It puts a smile on my face. I sent it to all my friends. Can I get a picture with you? It's so cool. And you're like, oh, this is great. But then, like, it starts happening all the time. And then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, I'm glad, like, it depresses you and it depressed me because I'm me. Nothing has changed in my life besides a follower count. I'm still the same person. So, but all people care about is this one piece of me. They don't really know me. They don't want to know me. They don't care that I have other interests. That dancing is great. I love it, but it's like the fourth most interesting thing to me in my personal life. So, do I want to talk about it all the time? No. Especially now that TikTok has become and social media is so monetized and business driven. I got a wedding to pay for. I'm gonna have a future family with Emily, so I'm just trying to save money, and I'm trying to
I'm
do what I. Thank you, thank you. So I'm just trying to do what I can to, just to cover my expenses and pay and save up. And shit's expensive right now. Um, and then you also get the people, like you said, that just are like, oh, I want to collaborate with you, and it's like, okay, but like, with due respect, what is me being on your page going to do for me? Like, I want to build friendships, like, I mean, we have what, 1, 2 videos together and we've seen each other how many times now? Like,
sure.
when I hang out with you, I would love to do more content with you, and we're doing content right now, right? Like you know that Emily and I love you, and we talk, but you and I FaceTime, Emily, like we all FaceTime, we talk. Um, it's about a genuine friendship.
That's like a genuine bond.
Yes.
Kind of like, oh my God, I just want content with you. No, like I
Yes.
want people who know me deep down, who want to be around me, not just to film.
Yeah.
And that's what the world is now.
Yeah.
And it makes
And
me so sad.
And is it cool that like almost every time I post a Shivers video with you, it does a milli plus almost every single time? That's great. It's super cool. Like put a smile on my face, put some money. Like it's
How to make
great.
that money.
But like, but I care more about, your friendship. And if you stop dancing, I'm still gonna be friends with you. Like if I came to Orlando, I still would go get, we'd still go get lunch with you, dinner with you. Like it's not gonna be like, oh my God, you have to dance. Otherwise, we're not gonna talk. Um,
And that, some people are like that. Like I have thought about for like a month or two while traveling, like maybe I want to take a little break from the
yeah,
community. Maybe I just want to turn my accounts off for a little while and just like
yeah.
kind of go ghost mode. And a lot of people were like, well, how are we going to keep up with you? How are we going to keep up with our friendship? That's
Or
because
how
you're
are you going to
not.
stay in the algorithm? That's another stressful
Yeah,
part. If you don't post every day, how are you going? Am I still going to be in the algorithm when I come back from my week break? And it's like I said, it's so money driven now that it's like, okay, well, I need to keep making money, and if I get out of the algorithm, then shit, I'm gonna lose money.
exactly. Yeah, but that's just what the world is now, and it's very sad and disheartening, especially in like the line dance community. Like be better on friendships,
Yeah,
because I appreciate someone who does start off as a friend but continues to talk to me and get to know me as a genuine human, rather than, oh my God, this influencer just walked in.
yeah,
That's why I, in reality, I hate being famous,
yeah,
is because I'm not looked at as a human. I'm looked at as this famous person.
Yeah. Do you get people message you or like, hey, let's collaborate? Like first
Oh
message?
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
That
Yep.
shit that shit pisses me off. I had somebody message me and they were like, hey, where do you live? And I'm like, oh, I'm in Charleston. And they're like, oh, well, I'm out that way. You want to collaborate on some stuff? And I'm just like,
Oh.
I don't know you. We've never spoken. Like, why can't it just be like, hey, I would love to hang out with you and Emily and dance with you guys, would it be okay if we hung out? I mean, we all, went to lunch or something. I'd be like, cool, absolutely. I would love to be friends with you. But if your first message or second message to me is like, want to collaborate? I'm just like, no.
Or it's also like companies too using my content without asking. And that is another big frustration where I need to go out of my way to be like, you need to ask me for permission in
Yeah,
order to post my video. I
because
understand.
you're a brand.
Exactly. Yeah, like I understand that I'm wearing your product. Guess what? I didn't tag you in it. I didn't announce, oh my God, I'm wearing these. No, ask me for permission and then post my content without illegally downloading it, taking off my copyright marks. That's all I gotta say for that one.
Yeah, I don't know what the rules and regulation are for that because I see it with other, videos and stuff too. I mean, obviously these bigger companies can stop it. But you see these Facebook accounts that they post all the dancers' videos, and I'm like, okay, so you can just go steal and take watermarks off of everybody's video that's ever been famous and or gotten a viral video and post it on a social media app, and then all of a sudden turn around and monetize that yourself, even though you're putting in no work besides just stealing content.
I remember the first time that happened to me and I called you literally panicking. And I
Yes.
was like, what do I do? Now there's like hundreds of videos of me on that account. I don't really care anymore because like then
Yeah.
I DM them saying you do not have my permission.
Yeah. And it's weird because like you want people sharing your videos and everything, but I just don't think it's right if they are going to grow a social media page off of other people's content and then turn around and try and monetize it.
I know, I agree. I don't think
I,
that's right. You're not the one putting in
it's,
the hard work. You're not the one filming every single week.
yeah. Uh, I want to touch more on the clout thing and all that because it's been so interesting, at least at my bar, where people did focus more on friendships because they had to talk to people to learn the dances, but now everybody learns them online. So they just come there and they have their small little circles and they don't talk. And then it almost feels like a gang war sometimes of like,
Yeah.
oh, my group, we learned this new dance or we know more dances than y'all. And, they like go to like dislike each other in the parts. Like we've never even talked, we've never met, like giving me death looks. Like, I don't know. Does that stuff
Or
happen?
especially when Clout chases you so much and the second you tell them no for an opportunity they want to take that has to do with you. And then we like to call this person Little Boy Blue at our bar.
Mhm.
But Little Boy Blue ran his little mouth and got karma handed back to him. So I'm just saying, like, friendship should not be beneficial for your own sake. Like,
Yeah.
friendships should be beneficial when you need someone to
Yeah.
be your friend, or when you need someone to be there for you, or if I don't know, like I have genuine friendships. My friends don't go behind my back and talk about stuff that
Yeah.
I tell them. My friends keep that private. And
Mhm.
that's what I love about like you and Emily, like especially being in the dance community, like you two are the only two people that don't live here that have forever like had my back on things, have cared about me, have reached out to me when I'm upset or sad or not feeling like myself. Like
It's just a
that is a
lot.
genuine really, it does say a lot, and it makes me want to cry. Like I want to
Well,
cry
no, no,
because
no,
of.
no. I said no. I said it happens a lot.
Oh
You're
yes,
crying all the time. Every other day on Snapchat, I cried again today, and I'm like, okay, do I message me and ask her this time why she's crying, or do I just wait in 2 days and get the whole story?
no, these past 2 weeks have been like chaotic, but I know next week is gonna be the best time of my life because
Oh
it's
yeah.
my birthday, so I'm gonna be okay. I just get sad sometimes, or like I just get very frustrated that I start crying, and then I realize I have no reason to cry, it happens to the best of us. It happens to us that wake up at 6:30 a.m. and go to work till like 11 p.m.
Especially females in general too. There are weeks with Emily where she's just like very emotional and not rationalizing anything, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, my poor boyfriend. He's like, it's okay. I'll just cuddle you till you stop crying. You're okay.
Yeah. It's I just think it's so tough just to balance the two though, because with the social media following, we are nothing with the people who follow us. And I think with what you said though, it bothers me more with the people that are within the community or trying to be within the community who do try and clout chase. And there are people, especially like the older people. I feel like especially a lot of people who are watching um reels and stuff on Facebook is mainly an older crowd. They're very nice, and I love people like ask and take pictures with me and stuff. I think it's all great, and I'm very appreciative of everybody. But I also feel like those people are just trying to just talk to you, just want to just say hi, just because they've seen you online, they think your videos are cool, which is amazing and great. And I love talking to people, and I love making time for everybody. But like, I think the only thing that does bother me is just like they want to collaborate, and I'm just like, can we be
Yeah.
friends?
Or especially when you get off the dance floor after, let's say, swing dancing with someone, and you are so out of breath and you feel like you are about to pass out, and you get that one person coming up to you like, oh my God, you're Emy. Can I get a pic? Can I talk to you about things? I've had this one girl after Shoreline, after I just competed, I was
Mhm.
on the verge of passing out. And she sat me down and said, can you look at my videos and give me critiques? Because, like, you're the influencer in my life. I want to be just like you. I want to dance with you. And I literally looked at her and I said, girl, I'm so sorry. I don't have time for this right now. I just got off the floor and I'm going to pass out. And I also don't know who you are. I don't want to sit there while, like, I just competed to go
Yeah.
over keys. No. Text me or DM me outside of that. And it's not that I'm trying to be a mean girl, and
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say like I'm better than everyone, because I'm not. I walk
No.
with a very humble ego, because I know there's always going to be better than myself. Um, but that's just not something, like, especially if I don't know you, that is not something I'm comfortable with, nor do I have time for that.
Yeah.
Um,
I think
but
that
if they were,
there's a time and a place for everything, and I'm sure it's happened to you too, where you're like they're dancing, having fun, and just like a random stranger just like runs up next to you. They're like, teach me, teach me, teach me, and I'm like, bro, like had a tough work week. This makes me happy. Like I don't want to spend my Friday showing a stranger who may never come back in here again how to do this dance, especially if they're like running out holding a beer or something too. And I'm like, one, definitely not happened. Then two, like you're drunk, so I'm glad you want to learn, but also like let's use a little bit of common sense too.
yeah, exactly.
Like the
No,
people who come up, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, especially like being with balance, and now that we teach at full moon, which, like, I would also love to talk about that if you wanted to, but
Yeah, no, we'll touch on that in a second.
yeah, but being with balance, trying to gear it towards that. Joey and I have both taken the team and have created it into something that it never was.
Yeah.
And it's so healthy and happy constantly now. And we have so many opportunities that we are like branching out and reaching out to other things. And all the members on the team love each other. And that's all I've ever wanted. And I'm grateful that I do have a partner who does want to work with me, who does listen to my ideas, and we work so well together rather than what balance used to be. Um, keeping my mouth shut on that one.
Is
Um,
um is Tabby in balance now?
yeah, she is. I'm so excited to have her a part of the team. She's so
Her
cute.
videos
I love.
are hilarious.
Yeah, I always sit there and I'm like scrolling through her TikTok. I'm like, this girl is hilarious. I love
She's got
her.
more personality than I feel like anybody I've ever seen in my life.
No, and I met her at Shoreline. She
Yeah.
is literally a sunshine that walks into a room. Like,
She's a good
I can.
dancer too.
absolutely phenomenal dancer. I could not take my eyes off her while she was competing. Like, she deserves the world. I love her. She's so kind. Love that girl to pieces. But she is a part of the team now, which
Right.
is very exciting. Which we have created a safe environment for dancers who want to take a step in the professional world, rather than some dance groups that are unserious and don't have opportunities and just do it for fun, which I'm not saying anything against that. Like, that's great that you guys do that, but also
You
I'm,
have to define what the group is about so people who want to join
yeah.
can all go towards that, all have a common goal. Because if you don't have a common goal, no matter what that goal is, but everybody needs to be on the same page.
Oh yeah, and like I said, some line dance groups are like, you apply through a Google Doc. Our team is invite only, because obviously, like, the process for balance is like, you come out with the team one of the nights, you do all the line dances you do, we're trying to see if you like get along with the Florida team, and then you get an invite, or we just ask you to come out a couple more times if you're shy or whatever.
Yeah.
But our team is it's like the healthiest it's ever been. It's such like a
Good.
great, especially having Paige now on the team, my bestie boo, my little
I'm
punky girl.
excited to meet Paige. I think, I love watching you dance, but I love watching Paige dance. I'm excited
So
to dance.
good. I can talk on and on about how good of a dancer she is, and that's what like sparked our friendship.
Yeah.
I was like obsessed with her, so obsessed
Oh,
with
I'm
her.
obsessed with watching Paige dance. I love watching Paige dance. She's my favorite to watch.
She's also like, every time I go home, because we have like the same friend group back home, like the first time I went home and we met each other, they were like, holy crap, there's two of you. Like, both of you are the same person, just different font.
Yeah.
Uh, so I think it's really going to be so much fun, like the four of us. I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be great. It's going to be chaotic, but fun.
Why would
Yeah.
it be chaotic?
Because you know me, when I get a little drinking, I'm doing like a little headstand. I'm doing some weird
Oh
things.
yeah, yeah. Um, do they have the Sunny D vodka seltzers at Full Moon or just the barn?
I believe they do. I think
If
I've
they
seen them in. They're
I
so
gotta be
good.
honest, Orlando's been my favorite place to get drunk just because they got the Sunny D vodka seltzer. It tastes just like Sunny D, and oh my God.
So good. It's so good. So so yummy. They're also, their drinks are not expensive. Like at Cowboys Orlando, they're like $10 now. Why am I
Really?
paying $10 for like a vodka cran?
Man, we're only charging I think 8 at Honky Tonk now. Downtown Charleston's like 12, 14 to drink now. It I have to be in a mood to like want to get drunk because you're buying two or three and then you're tipping and then but problem is once you get two or three then you're like then you're buying your friends drinks and then you don't want to stop drinking so then you just keep buying more and like next thing you know you're spending $100 on the night and then you're just like feel like shit the next day and it's like this just really wasn't worth it.
Mhm. That's
Like
why, I mean, I love getting drunk at the bar, and like, let me tell you, those $2 wells get my butt.
well I know
They get
like
me.
you at Honky Tonk
But
I mean I don't know what it is now because I really don't drink beer too much anymore because I'm trying to watch my girlish figure. You can get like a bucket. You get like 5 beers in a bucket for like $15.
yeah,
I'm like, that's like a damn good deal for going out drinking. Just get you a bucket of beer for the night, $15, tip them. 3, 5 bucks,
yeah,
spend $20. Here's a 20, and I'm gonna get drunk for the night. Great time.
definitely. Maybe I am getting old. I haven't gotten drunk in since Jamaica. I don't know if you saw any of my stories.
You were drunk for a week. You were wearing sunglasses every single day.
I was drunk every single day, just blacked out. Well, it was an all-inclusive resort, so I was getting my money's worth. I was like, I'm gonna have a little Aperol spritz on the beach.
Yeah.
But
Did y'all
I'm,
cruise out there?
huh?
Did y'all cruise out there or fly?
No, we flew out there and
Oh,
then we
okay.
stayed yeah, it was very pretty. It was very nice. The staff out there are amazing.
Yeah. I love the
You can tell
Jamaican
it's
accent.
I do too. I think it's great. And then I smuggled a crab. I don't know if you saw that too. I smuggled
Uh,
a live crab that I did not know it was in my backpack for 3 days.
wow,
Yeah.
that's a hell
Not
of a
fun.
story. No.
Yeah.
So you're turning what, 24 or 23?
23.
You'll be 23. Wow. What day's your birthday exactly?
Thursday. Next
Thursday.
Thursday.
What day is that?
Oh,
28th?
August.
That's 29th is your birthday. Okay. So we're coming in the 30th.
Woohoo.
What's our plan? We're going to Full Moon Friday night.
Yes. Full moon Friday night, and then I'm not doing anything Saturday besides like going to the barn.
Yeah, well, we're going to get lunch with Emily's family. I don't know if she told you that. Her grandparents, so her mom's from Orlando. So we're staying in DeLand. And so we're going with them to lunch. I'll probably want to take a nap, but then once I wake up from my nap, I figure we'll just either come to your place or y'all can come over to the hotel and we can shoot a podcast and maybe we'll just like order in some subs or something or pizza and hang out and then go to the bar.
Yay!
So
I'm
you're
so
actually like in Orlando, like where you live?
yes. I'm not gonna say where exactly I live,
Okay.
but I live
Well, the reason I met was you passed the barn to come to DeLand.
yes.
I
Let me
think
check
so.
the
I think DeLand is just north of the barn.
map. Yes, because Daytona is that
Is
way. So
but yeah,
barn.
up here, DeLand, Sanford, and then Orlando.
I live so that this is downtown Orlando. I live down on this
Gotcha.
side.
Okay. So are you fine coming? Yeah, if you don't mind, if we're gonna shoot this podcast, it'd be better if
Yeah,
y'all just drove because
yeah,
we should only be like
I would
15 minutes north.
I would not want you guys driving all the way down here, all the way back. No. We'll come to you.
Yeah, that way y'all can just
Yeah.
come over at like 5 or 6 or something like that, and we'll shoot the podcast, and I'll order everybody some food. We'll order you a birthday dinner. Maybe we'll get you some cake. You want some cake?
Ooh, I would love a cake. Like a little cupcake.
Yeah, we'll get some cupcakes or some,
Yay.
we'll do a little something. We'll throw a little birthday bash for you.
They're pink. Only
Make sure they're
pink.
pink, only pink.
Only pink.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm so excited. It's gonna be such a great weekend. Such a fun weekend. Like I need a fun weekend. It's been chaotic. It's been
It,
crazy.
it's tough. You have to travel because it's just you see the same people, the same songs. I mean, at least RTJ primarily plays like the same songs in the same order, and it's fun. Like I love going out and dancing, but like I don't know. I don't know if you saw my Snapchat stories, but I drank like 5 nights in a row for the first time.
Yeah, I was like, he's just like me for real. Yeah,
You and I are a lot alike.
we are. We're right there. The twins. Uh,
Yes.
but yeah, like I do love traveling and I love going home, especially because sometimes I hate the bars here and I like dancing back home because they're so different. Like if you guys ever go down to the California bars, I hope to God I'm home
Oh,
because
well, I will only go to see you and Paige. That'd be the only time we'll go.
yay! Yeah, we totally have to plan like a trip. But those bars, like their music is so much different from ours and they're so like advanced in the line dance world and we're
Hmm.
so like we're getting there. I'm trying to push us there, but it's just not happening.
Well, let's do so.
So
Let's talk about this and then we'll wrap this thing up. How is it
yeah.
advanced? How is it different? I'm curious.
Well, if you ask Paige how many line dances she knows, I could even name half the ones she knows from
Yeah.
California because we don't do them out here. And like you'll figure that out by traveling to different states and seeing like it's kind of like languages, how they have different dialects.
Yeah.
Um so definitely going home, I'm like the lost puppy dog, like what is going on?
Aren't you
But they
bilingual?
huh?
Aren't you bilingual?
Yes, I am. Yep.
Let's hear a little something else.
Language.
Tell me which language you speak again. I forgot. Because you said your
Yes.
father is Saudi Arabian?
Armenian.
Armenian. Okay.
Yes, my
Armenian.
first language was Armenian. I'm from the States. I'm born and raised in California. Um,
So
But
say you're excited to see me and Emily this weekend.
yes, shot excited him. It you can't really say it wouldn't make sense. It's so weird because like there's so many like excited isn't a word. So you're like excited and suddenly it's Armenian. Yeah, but it wouldn't make sense if I said it. I could say like yes, shad excited yes, Gnaim Gor Donnie Yev Emmeline. So like
Oh,
there
cool.
there we go. There we
I've
go.
always said I wanted to learn a new language, but
That's
I've
yeah. Two different set whoa, I can't talk now. Two separate sentences does not match each other at all, but it was I'm so excited. I'm going to see Donnie and Emily.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I grew up in a very strict Armenian household, and that's all I knew till I was in the third grade.
Yeah.
And sometimes I love joking around. Like if I say something weird, I'm like, English is my second language.
Well, why do you think that that they're so much more advanced? Do you think it's just culture just dance more, or they're more passionate about it, or
Definitely dance a lot more because Paige goes out like 5 times a week. I could not do that. I barely go out like 1 time a week. Now, it used to be 3 times a week, and now I'm just tired and old and I just want to be in my bed. But they dance like Sunday through Saturday every single week. So that like
I don't know how they
and
do
also
it.
Jeff is such a phenomenal choreographer. Like I love being best friends with him. I love every single line dance he comes out with, and you have so many like amazing brains out there that they just come up with stuff, and suddenly it's the next big thing.
Nice.
Uh, so they have a lot of that, and especially like when you travel from bar to bar in California, like they have different line dances than this bar.
Mm.
Same as in Florida.
There's just a lot more in a drivable range.
No.
No, okay.
Not like Florida. Like they're all over the state of
There is
California.
a lot in Florida. I mean, like you being in Orlando, like you could go to Cowboys, you could go to the Barn, Full Moon. You could even drive down to Tampa. You go to St. Pete. I mean, that's like 6 bars,
Mhm.
really, in what, hour and a half?
Yeah. Hmm. Then you have like Roundup, PBR. There's so many bars here. You have Vivid up in Gainesville.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That place is different.
I've heard.
You never
I've never
been?
I've never been. Never ever.
I mean, it's in Gainesville. It's literally right downtown. Like it's right by Florida, the university. It's kind of the same thing as like Cowboys, just a college town. So it's
Yeah.
just a bunch of drunk college kids, which, I sometimes, I kid you not, when I'm out there dancing, because there aren't many people in their 30s out dancing. It's younger crowd, early 20s of people who just got out of college, who go out all the time. And then there are the older crowd of like 40s and 50s who they're an older couple, the kids are, in college or, older, and they just want to go out and have fun, or the really old people. There's like nobody in the 30s. And sometimes I just feel like I do feel out of place sometimes right now, which is I've struggled this past year. It's very interesting.
Yeah. I feel that way sometimes too. With just like, I don't know, my values and like things I hold myself up to in life. And then I go out to these bars and I see like the way people are dressed or the way like some girls are dressed, which there's nothing against it. Like you go girl, but God forbid if my father were to see me in something like that,
Well,
I would
it's a different time and part of life than you might be at, where they're like, hey, I'm in my party phase. I'm going out and drinking. That's all I care about is going to work or school and going out and getting drunk. And I'm like, okay, but like I have a business and I'm like, you know, it's just different times and phases. And as you get older, the more focused you kind of get on that. So,
exactly. Yeah.
all right, well, we'll end that there because I need to go eat. We are seeing Tracy Bird tonight.
Ooh, have so much fun. That's so exciting.
We're just some listen to some real authentic 90s country music tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds super fun. I hope you guys have literally the best time ever. Don't get too.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna drink tonight or not, because the problem is I know my buddy Brandon's coming there and he loves to have a good time. So we'll see. Stay up to date on the Snapchats.
Yeah, excited to see it. We'll have so much fun. Thank you
I
for
will.
having me on this podcast.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on, and can't wait to share with everybody and can't wait to see you in a week. I know that we'll have the best time hanging out with you and Paige.
Yes, super excited.
All right. We'll talk to you soon, Emmy. Love you.
Love you. Bye.